Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com. On today's Duel Review, Beast Wars. I'm RJ.
And I'm hungry.
Let's get to it. Welcome everybody to another episode of Duel Review. Today is Wednesday the 9th of November, and we're going to be talking about Beast Wars, the animation. Another tribute and homage to Transformers, and another placation of this one.
Yeah. Because, I don't know why, but I am just addicted to the Transformers. I am. So, Beast Wars came out in 1996, and by far it is one of my favorite adaptations of the franchise. Both, television-wise and toy line-wise, because this is the first time that they came up with a ball joint, and so many more things were available. You know, they weren't just these kind of stiff things. They actually had some more articulation. You know, they were doing this a lot. Just like that. That was cool.
New kind of dance.
Yeah. So you follow two factions: the Predacons, which are the more or less Decepticons,
yeah.
and then the Maximals, which more or less are the Autobots.
Maximal.
Thank you. Yes, I was right. The leader of the Maximals is Optimus Primal, who took his name from Optimus Prime. So he is not Optimus Prime, but he is someone who envied or looked up to Optimus Prime in such a way that he decided to take on that name. So he is Optimus Primal.
And he's a silverback, right?
He is a silverback gorilla. Yes. But even the transformation is so awesome. And Megatron is not the actual Megatron, but a different Megatron as well. Just happens to have the same name, and I guess they like. But I love this Megatron because you could hear his thoughts, and I always thought that as long as you could, I thought that hearing thoughts. How do you say that?
Being able to be
hearing how a smart enemy figures things out. You know how his thought process works was always a good dynamic that I loved. So on the Maximals, you have Optimus Primal, you have Rat Trap, who is the kind of rogue trap character. Then you have Cheetor, which is like Hot Shot or what's the other one? Maybe not like Bumblebee. I guess a little like kind of in between there, I guess. Then you have Rhinox, who's awesome. I love Rhinox. He's like the coolest character ever. I wish they would bring him back.
It's like Ironhide kind of.
Yeah, kind of like Ironhide. But I really wish they do more with that character. I'd love to see him in like a Cybertronian form.
Nerd.
And then you have on the Predacon side, you have Megatron, you have Pterosaur, you have Waspinator, Tarantulas, and Scorponok. And I might be missing one. And that's where it starts. And it is so great to see them transform in 3 dimensions and attack each other, and it's just so great, and the story is awesome. And Dinobot. Dinobot. Why did I forget Dinobot? Dinobot, it's known that in the very first couple episodes, Dinobot decides to switch sides and take control of the Maximals. And then you have this kind of feud between Dinobot and Optimus Primal, and all the while, it's the Predacons and stuff. Oh, it's so great. Anyways, this show won an Daytime Emmy Award.
Oh, really?
Yes, it did. It's 3 seasons long, and it kind of breaks down something to the effect of original, then Transmetal, then Transmetal 2. And basically what that means is after a certain event happens that I can't give away, they are mutated, they are changed. So they have these beast forms to live in an energon-rich area so they don't short-circuit, and they become transmetal so that they can, they're kind of infused with this transmetal core drive thing. Excuse me. And so they kind of gain, in addition to the kind of fleshy look, they have this kind of metal look, and then the Transmetal 2s, which only some of them. And I like that dynamic too, because, and I know I jump around a lot, but when you get excited about something like this, you just kind of Got to talk about everything. Not everyone is subjected to change. Like Rhinox stays Rhinox through the entire series, and I think that's perfect for him. I don't think he needed to change. Cheetor gets 2 versions, or 3 versions. You have the original Transmetal and Transmetal 2. Then you have Rat Trap, who only gets Transmetal 1. Then you have, Optimus Primal, who gets Transmetal. Then he gets, not really Transmetal 2, but he gets, I don't want to give it away, he becomes greater. And then you have Megatron, who's got 3 stages. Oh, just to go on. And then you have the Fusers who come in. And then you have Rampage. And then you have, Depth Charge chasing after. But it's so awesome.
Obviously, yeah, there's a lot there, a lot of depth there.
It starts off with a few characters, but then it just explodes.
And one thing we haven't really talked about it, 3-dimensional, computer generated, unheard of for that time.
Yes.
Really, I remember watching it, and
Reboot was around that time too, and that was.
But this is like episode. That wasn't the same kind of weekly episode, was it?
Reboot, yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, Reboot definitely had episodes.
I just remember seeing this and being really impressed with...
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know they could do that yet. You know what I mean? Like, I knew that they could do 3-dimensional movies, but to do something that's weekly, I mean, I'm sure they work on like a month each one, maybe. I don't know,
I'm sure.
Now they can do it, Jimmy Neutron and whatever, but back then it was like, wow. And so cool. I told you this, I shared this. This was the property that made me feel like I was watching Saturday morning cartoons again. And this is like when I was in college,
Yeah.
I'm like, don't have morning classes, so I'd watch this, and it would be like, oh... Cool! I can't wait.
Oh man,
eat my cereal, whatever.
But yeah. I would definitely watch all 3 seasons. You can get them on DVD, and I think they're worth it. But then again, I'm totally biased. But I mean, there are other, like Transformers Armada. I would pass up in comparison to this.
That's the one with the mini guys, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. All right, well, next time, Nick's going to have a passion play about... not really, I'm just saying you're very passionate about it.
I'm going to do one of those...
Ode to Transformers.
What is it called?
Why do I love them so much? Because I'm slightly nerdy and slightly out of touch. I don't know.
That was a nice rhyme.
Just rhymed.
That was good. Slightly out of touch.
No. He's definitely in touch with Transformers.
Oh!
That wasn't really a joke.
I
just emphasized. I emphasized.
Emphaticized.
Part of it.
Emphaticized.
Okay.
Emphasized. Yeah. Is there more? I could keep talking. I really could.
I don't think you can because we're out of time.
I could just keep going though. There's so much. I want to talk about the story, the discs. I want to talk about, Starscream's ghost. I want to talk about Unicron. So much happens in this 3 seasons. It's just.
So yeah, don't let it fool you. I mean, because maybe on the surface it seems kind of like kid show kind of thing.
Oh, there's a lot of depth to it. Yeah, I have the seasons at home. I watch them.
There's a couple story arcs that I remember very well. Like whatever.
And Black Arachnia and Silverbolt's thing, and then you have Tigerhawk.
And if you didn't get it from the names of these guys and what it's like a prehistoric whatever. It's not. There's no like humans around. I mean, there's no interaction with them or anything like the other shows.
Yeah. And that was always big with the Transformers is the kind of human element in it. This didn't have that, and I think it was perfect the way it was. Yeah. It really was.
I honestly like Transformers as vehicles a little better than the Beasts, but it was still fascinating to watch, especially in the 3-dimensional.
Well, I mean, that would have been so much easier to have them transform from a vehicle to. Especially if they did it like on Cybertron where they wouldn't have to worry about other life forms, getting them to look good. This, they did, hard things. They did fur. They did... it was so cool. Great show. Great show. And I remember going and getting all the toys, and now I don't have them anymore.
Lame.
But I'm going to eBay and I'm buying them because I am just that.
All right. Well, if you have one, you know who to sell it to.
Yeah, absolutely. For a reasonable price, please.
I think that's it for today's focal point.
Oh, I could keep going. I could easily keep going.
Okay, guys.
Because I loved Cheetor's ability to, the Transmetal 1 Cheetor where he, pops up the jetpacks and he flies around. Flying cat.
Feel free to post your comments on YouTube. We will respond to them.
We will.
Friend us or subscribe. Follow us, please. Share the good news of Duel Review.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
And Transformers.
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
All right. Yay!
Oh.
That was kind of from the hip. I just whoop. All right. Wow. That's it.
Bye. 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 Bye.
And we are done for today. On tomorrow's Duel review, it's Dark City. On today's Duel review, it's Beastie Wars. Beastly Wars?
Beastly.
Beast Wars! I'm RJ.
Because I heard like the whole song play in my head as soon as you said that. That's how big of a geek I am. Just Beast Wars. That's totally not how the song goes.
Beast Wars. Beast Wars. Nerd.
I am such a nerd. I used to have.
When it comes to Transformers, you are totally a nerd, yes. Other things you were like, no, I'm like, you know, sophisticated and I know lots of stuff about things and whatever, but it's like, Transformers! Can I play with them? Can I watch them? Can I just look at them? Please. I just think it's funny. You're like philosophical and profound sometimes, and then it's like, Transformers!
When am I ever like that?
Maybe there. What are you talking about? All your writing, especially. You like flowery and flamboyant, like, but you're like deep. You know what I mean? Like, it's like prose and whatever. You pose questions that's like, and then it's like, P.S. I love Transformers. It's like, what if the next step in evolution is to, you know, to defy everything that evolution is? I love Transformers. That was kind of a compliment.
Thank you, I think.
What's the date?
Alright, I pick up this piece of paper.
Put in paper.
It is Wednesday the 9th.
Bravo. Welcome everybody. Today is Wednesday, the 9th of November, and today we're going to be telling you where we hid the bodies. Don't tell anyone else.
Where do we hide them? I gotta know.
I don't know yet.
What bodies?
I don't know yet. Keep asking me questions, buddy. And you'll be the answer.